catastrophe from beginning to end. 1,100 have crossed this week alone, 100,000 in total since 2018. 10,000 more in hotels since December. A drone crashed into the Channel. They're squabbling amongst themselves about leaving the ECHR. There's a madcap idea to send people to Ascension Island. Lee Anderson, the deputy chair of the Conservative Party, said they're completely failing in what they're trying to do. And now this extraordinary that they haven't done the proper checks on this barge and sent people onto it. Legionella is a really, really nasty thing to catch. And it's absolutely right that the barge has to be evacuated. But what a complete and utter shambles. This is a catalogue of catastrophe, and government ministers should hang their heads in shame.
It is worth us pointing out that, of course, legionella, the bacteria, doesn't necessarily mean Legionnaires is the disease. It does, of course, it can lead to that in some circumstances, but legionella is also found in water supplies. In fact, even in Portcullis House, it has been found. So it is something that can happen when the taps and the pipes aren't run for a while. So just worth us pointing out, no one has fallen ill as a result of this. I wonder what kind of care you'd like to see those 15 migrants who were on board at the time who've now been evacuated. What sort of care would you like them to receive?
Well, I'm assuming that they were staying in hotels and they're going to have to be returned to those hotels or whatever kind of accommodation they were in. But they need to be properly checked to ensure that they haven't got any health issues. And the government has a duty of care because they've placed them on the barge. They've obviously rushed under all sorts of pressure to try to get everybody onto the barge as quickly as they could, because the whole thing was becoming such a public relations disaster for them. And of course, it's once again an example of Tory ministers putting their own interests ahead of the interests both of the community there and of the people that they're putting onto the barge.
Robert